So today we are looking at an interesting one. This is the zombie, and it will kill the citizen in, well, an amount of shots. Although, what does it do when it is killed in the Half-Life universe? And right now I'm using Gmod as a sort of way to capture this, so let's get to it. So the zombie is basically a headcrab on a person. It appears to have leaned, possibly because the headcrab itself doesn't have full control, as well as the zombie's blood has been replaced by the headcrab's blood. And if you crawl inside its face, you will be able to see the person inside screaming for help inside of the headcrab. So we are going to be reviewing this. So let's see what it does in this environment. Oh, just give me a sec to set the stage. Let's get the paint. Get this set up. Probably gonna cut this. But hey, just so as you can see with the zombie, it is hostile. The zombie is, well, extremely vicious, as you know, with zombies and others of their type. What will happen in this case is it will begin to eat the victim, providing nutrients and other things to feed the headcrab. The zombie itself is fairly simple. The way it latches onto its victim is interesting in its own way. The headcrab itself is fairly big, and it is big enough to encompass an entire human head, as you can see. They are about the size of a turkey and look like one. And it has yellow blood, which is interesting. The headcrab will jump onto its victim on sight. Here we have a citizen to show you this.
Ow.
Now,
Ow. Ow.
No. As you can see here, he is being taken over by the head crab. It will begin doing its thing, and well, yeah, that's basically it. So, well, let's use this as our man subject. The head crab latches on and it will begin feeding nutrients and other things to it. When it has hopped on, it will stay there. It has put the victim in a coma-like state in which the head crab is slowly taking over the brain. Do this? At this point, it will begin to grow, causing the bones to grow at rapid rates, causing their fingers to sort of explode. Their fingers will begin to form and grow, and their ribs will grow at rapid speeds, causing the chest cavity to be opened up. About now, the head crab will be feeding the victim. So this is the head crab we all see. Now the chest cavity will be opened up and reveal what's inside, and the hands will be deformed, as seen here. The hands are have been elongated and perfect for clawing at victims and yeah, all that. By now, it is in a coma-like state. And if anything were to disturb it, it would be to immediately wake up and start walking towards the victim. Now, what will happen now is it will begin to claw at it, effectively taking it down. At this point, it will begin to eat it. Yes, it will begin to eat the victim, using its claws to tear open the chest cavity and feast. At this point, the zombie will start clawing at it, opening up the chest cavity. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. So, yes. So, yes, this is so it will begin clawing inside of it and will begin to remove pieces of the victim. and it will. At this moment, it will begin to pull out pieces of the meat. And, well, it will eat it. In a way, it will insert the pieces of meat into its chest cavity. Sometimes even using the ribs as teeth. It will continue doing this to give it nutrients. Then again, it can always be killed. So it will. So now let's take a look at the poison headcrab. From now on, we will be taking a look at the headcrabs. Now, if you look at the headcrab, you will be able to see it has many sharp fangs, which are curved, and the poison headcrab, as said in its name, is, well, poisonous. And it will use this method like a snake by putting the poison inside the fangs and putting it through and injecting it into the person, lowering them to 1 health for an amount of time. And your suit in Half-Life 2 has to create a series of countermeasures to give back the health. But enough of these things could easily kill off a lot of people. And let's get to the standard headcrab. The standard headcrab is pretty much the same with 2 feet and a slightly smaller body, but more compact and large. It has fangs, but this is the normal headcrab, and it has fangs on either side, including smaller ones over here that are probably used to dig into the back, as well as its legs. They both have 1 toe for leverage to push themselves up, as well as these to help to, latch onto a victim and jump and claw and attach to them. Now we are to the fast headcrab. The fast headcrab is, fast and is a lot more thin with a long, fang or whatever you want to call it at the end of its leg that is almost the size of its leg itself. It has almost no fangs besides its legs, possibly, and yeah, it has a hole here, and most likely some of those fangs were most likely added weight that weren't necessary for what they were hunting. So this one has adapted on Earth, I'm pretty sure, and it has a thinner body shape and more interesting one. I would call this like the female headcrab if I'm about it. But yes, but As you can see, it still has 4 legs, and it's more like the poison head crab. The poison head crab is like this, and it is a lot more rounded and small and less. Well, it is more compact, but yeah, that basically sums it on all up. So these are what the insides of it look like. This is what the fast zombie looks like without the head crab, including the poison zombie, which is always hunched over, and it has little marks on it, which is, well, interesting, but I'm not going to go over that. And here is the standard zombie. It's classic. And, of course, Lamar, which is not what you think it is. It's, in fact, Kleiner's pet head crab. It's called Lamar, yes. And it has no fangs, or beak, as Dr. Kleiner calls it, also known as this guy, which I don't know why it's spelled like that. So, yeah, that basically sums it all up, and, yeah. Bye!